Holy crap, that was bad. Yeah, you're right. I do need to focus. Oh, man. I played very badly there. It's been a long time since I've gone against a Roach Bane. Sit back and make Marine Marauder. Good point. Should have been more defensive in that situation until I got my my economy established. Alright, well, we have another chance here. Gonna go with the 2-1-1 again. Gonna make some stuff happen. Let's do it. I am gonna get the SCV Scout. For one thing, just to verify that he is in fact Zerg and he's not one of those jerks who lies about their race. And for another thing, to make sure I don't run into a pool first. I know that's going to delay my build slightly, but I'll take it. Thanks, guys. Yeah, thanks, Titan. Like I said, just send the spawning tool link, the spawning pool link, to me here via Twitch PM, and I will most likely cast them tonight and post them to my YouTube. Thanks for the support, Titan. Thanks for the support, Richie. I want this win. Seriously, it's enough messing around. Need to focus and play the way I know how to play the game. 2-1-1, go all in while you trade. Maybe drop 3 racks instead of a third. Okay. That way you use the 16 Marines to kill as many lings as you can. Alright, I'm going to give that a try. Why not? I've actually done it once before. Only once. And it was in a custom game. I've not done it on ladder yet.
Not enough. Not enough minerals.
Go ahead.
Not enough minerals. Not enough.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough.
Okay, yep. So it is a hatch first.
What's going on? SCV ready. Nothing I can't.
Alright, we'll take it. Okay, that's a really fast one. This actually could work really well.
Complete.
We hear you. In the rear with the... Ah! You scared me. SCV ready. Huh? Armed and ready. SCV ready. Death from above. Let's do this. Fear the Reaper Man. Fair enough. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough. Command center upgrade complete.
Go ahead.
Not enough minerals.
Big job.
Not enough minerals.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure that he is not all-inning me. Just because I see a third base doesn't mean he's not all-inning.
Bad news.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Okay, he is making drones.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready.
Okay, speedlings. Like I said, he is making drones. Okay.
In the rear with the
There's the third Rax.
Not enough minerals.
you gonna get one orders me, boy.
That sucks for me.
Ready for dust off. SCV ready. Picking up. Ready for pickup. SCV ready. Gangway coming through. What's going on?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Okay, I'm actually cutting my SCV production. Oh dear, I think he sees that, and that does suck. By the way, Richie, I don't know how to play this. I'm actually gonna.
Get me out of this mess.
Oh my, are you serious?
That's what I've been waiting. Ready for dust off. SCV ready. By the nose.
Add-on complete. Not enough energy.
Gonna get the upgrade just because, again, I don't really know how to play this.
Light flight's here. Armed and ready.
What do I don't. Okay, I actually don't know. What do I do against that?
SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
I have no clue. That's a lot of queens.
Not enough minerals.
Which, unfortunately for me, also means that he can go up to whatever tech that he wants after this.
This better be good. Go, go, go.
Not enough minerals.
Problem for me right now, I have to find out if he has Spire Tech. Roach Warren. Huh? Alright, well, I mean, it's a good scan anyway, but
Not enough
confused.
Picking up or talk to me. Ready. SCV ready. I can't
But if he's going into roaches, I'm gonna drop the heck out of him.
minerals. Add-on complete.
let's have a blast. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Armed and ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Upgrade. Research complete.
Let's go.
Okay.
This better SCV ready. Now what? Light flight's here.
Alright.
Better be good.
Upgrade. Not enough minerals.
Ready for pickup? Light.
Not enough minerals.
Armed and ready. Go, go, go. Wait, this better be good.
Unacceptable. Mineral field depleted.
What's going on? In the rear with the gear. Ah! You scared me! Let's have a blast! You gonna get...
2 more racks, let's go.
Yep.
Not enough minerals. Base is under attack.
Here's your stuff.
Add-on complete.
One more racks, let's go. I'm gonna cover myself blindly for the muta switch. It always seems to come after mass roach like this, like especially the surprise roach variety. So one turret should do.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Mineral field completed. Mineral field.
Okay, you guys go over there. You gonna go over here.
Bad news. What's going on? In the rear, still here. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I'm guessing he's going into infestors or something. I hate guessing like that, but that's what makes the most sense.
Minerals.
Alright, I'm gonna try to hit simultaneously. Oh, there are the infestors! Okay, he probably sees that actually.
Yes, sir.
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
He has mass static D too. Alright.
Upgrade complete.
Not good.
Not enough minerals. Add-on.
He's actually... Okay, I don't know what to... He's actually just sitting in his base right now. So, I'm not really sure.
You gonna give me orders?
Waiting on you.
Okay, yeah, I guess I'm not going to be dropping anytime soon. We're going to have to set up a frontal assault. But again, I really just don't know how I'm going to do that with the infestors in play.
Add-on complete.
Ready to roll out. Yep.
I think I just have to play the lame game.
Mineral field completed.
And I have to save, like, all of my scans. I think it's the only way to play it. Alright. So, he is on Hive Tech. He is going up to Spire. Alright, this is a big problem here. This is a huge problem.
Upgrade.
I really don't know what to do. I'm not gonna lie. Because if I go into tanks to deal with the Roach Ravager Infestor,
Base is under attack.
naturally, okay, I mean,
TvZ under attack.
it is 2-2 against 2-2. I have to push, right?
Mineral field. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
So now every time I want to... Alright. I have to scan every single time I want to engage now, so that is obviously a problem.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
And he has Broodlords.
Not enough. This thing. Not
Which that goes back to the problem I was talking about earlier. It makes my tanks actually work against me, so
Somebody, get me out.
I don't know what to do in this scenario.
Not
I really don't.
What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
I don't know. I've lost to this composition so many times. And like I said, I don't know what to do here.
Not enough minerals.
And normally I would want to drop here, but I know that he has mass static defense. So yeah, I'm really at a loss.
Not enough minerals. minerals.
Talk to. Ready for pickup?
Don't leave me hanging. Sure thing. By the numbers, boys.
Waiting on you.
Go, go, go.
Alright, I'm just gonna try my hardest to hit him in multiple locations.
Not enough minerals.
What's going on?
Command center upgrade.
Alright, that sucks a bit, but
Drop.
Not enough minerals. Mineral field depleted.
come the Corruptors and Ultralisks. I don't know.
Got a hole. Go on. Sure. Oh, it's on. It's big job, huh? In the rear. What's going on?
Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals. Destiny.
Yeah, I don't know what to do here.
Somebody. Get me
This isn't even a question of like
Not enough minerals.
knowing what to do, but it's just hard to execute it. I literally don't know how to win from this position.
Not enough minerals.
I have no clue.
Complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Better be good. Ready to rear with
Add-on complete.
wants some.
Mineral field depleted.
Ready to blast them.
liberation at hand.
This better be good.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Okay.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Unacceptable landing zone.
Armed and ready.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
Baby. In the rear with. You gonna give me orders?
Reporting for action.
Go ahead.
Wait, what? That's not what I wanted. Alright.
Under attack.
This better be good. Time is wasting. Let's get it.
Attention.
What's going on?
Add-on. Base is under attack. Unacceptable. Base is under attack. Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply. Unacceptable. Base is under attack.
Come on, really? Oh well.
Mineral field depleted.
State your awaiting orders.
Base is under unacceptable landing zone. Research complete. Unacceptable command.
Liberation. We have you on.
Base is under attack.
Fight or flight? Yeah. Let's get into the fight. Transformation system. Ready for war. Made. Fight or flight? Let's get it. Made for. Let's get into the fight. All right. Fight or flight?
It's not that hard to lose to it. Lose Vikings to it, that is.
Not enough minerals.
It's not that hard for me to lose Vikings to that. I keep getting wrecked by it. I don't know. Is it really? Is my army control just? Is it that bad? Is that what's going on?
Transformation systems prime.
Mineral field depleted.
Ready to plunder.
Not enough energy.
Ready to plunder. Ready to plunder. Roger.
Vespine geyser exhausted. Not enough energy. Not enough energy.
I don't have a scan, so that's really not good.
Made for battle. Armed and ready.
Vespine geyser. Mineral field depleted.
I really just, I've got no clue. Like, I know he's trying to bait me. I know that.
Not enough energy.
But what can I actually do?
Not enough energy.
I don't have enough energy for scans. I really just don't know what to do, guys.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah. I can't stress that enough. I just don't know what to do.
We read you.
Mineral field.
Reporting for action. How can we help?
Roger.
Attention!
Armed and ready.
Well, I do know that I have to check for bases.
We read you.
Big job, huh? Yes, sir. Ready for dust off.
Mineral field depleted.
Okay.
Gonna give me orders?
Mineral field depleted.
We could use some help here. This better. Transformation systems. Awesome. You want a piece of me, boy?
Our SCVs are under attack. Upgrade. Vespine base is under attack.
Let's get made for battle.
Yeah, right. Don't think that's going to happen.
Unacceptable landing zone. Mineral field depleted.
Hold them alone. We could use some help here.
Attention!
What's going on?
Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, so I'm going to try to make ghosts here. I haven't seen him make, what's it called? Alright, cool.
Base is under Vespine geyser exhausted.
This better be good. We could use some help here.
Not enough energy.
Transformation.
Unacceptable landing zone.
Commander, standing by.
Let's get into the fight. Been waiting on you. Made. This better be good. Been waiting.
Not enough minerals.
By the numbers. This better be.
enough minerals. Our SCVs are under attack.
Go ahead. Ready to plunder.
Research complete. Unacceptable landing zone.
Ready to plunder.
Not enough minerals. Not enough energy.
Don't leave me hanging. Of course.
Not enough minerals.
This better be good. Been waiting on you. Want a piece of me, boy? We got some
Not enough minerals.
in the rear with the gear.
Not enough minerals.
Armed and ready.
Sure.
By the numbers, boys. Who wants some?
Our base is under attack. Not enough minerals.
At this point, I kind of don't care. Yeah. I really don't. There's nothing I can do about this. Alright, GG. I'm pretty disgusted, guys. I don't know if I'm going to keep playing right now. Yeah, that's kind of about right. So he's actually Zerg main. So he got his main race playing random. But... Queens with the Marines and Medevacs. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have done that. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what to do. Trying to think. So when I fought the mass queens, he only had he had very few Zerglings, relatively speaking. He just had mass queens. Like, is it even possible for me to push? Yeah. So all right. So Richie. So like, what should I do in that scenario? Because he had to have. All right. Let's watch the replay. Gosh, I'm really frustrated right now. Whoops. No, I don't want that. I want this. The best part, too, is that it's a guy who got his main race playing random, and he had 4,300 MMR, so I take a huge hit there, also. That's pretty tilting. Alright. So, I don't know. I guess when I saw all the queens, I should have just pulled back and gone for, like, a timing attack. Wait until 2 more medevacs full of Marines, and then overwhelm with Marines. Yeah, Titan, I've done that, and that can definitely work. I think the problem is, so we'll see once we get to the point where my medevacs come across, we'll see. Because Titan, I used to play a mine drop opening in TvZ also, but I stopped having success with it at a certain point. If he simply has no Bane, Nessie loses. Okay, and that would be for the follow-up push. Alright, so let's see. How many queens does he have right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6. Obviously, and then a 7th here, but 6 queens at the engagement. I'm never going to touch this, ever. How many links does he have? Actually, 0. Okay. Alright, so if I come up here and see all of these queens, I just pull back immediately and then try to do damage with the follow-up. He's actually going right into his roach upgrades, by the way. His ranged upgrades, I should say. So I initially pull these back. I think I can go in, because I saw that a lot of the queens were on relatively low energy. I think he only had like a couple of transfusions. 1 transfusion, to be specific. Okay, don't trade against them until combat shields. Alright, that's really good advice. Thank you. 14 Marines and 1 Widow Mine instead of the 16 Marine drop. Yeah, I think I've actually... I forget who I think I saw a pro do that. Yeah, this is good. Good stuff right here. Holy crap, man. Alright, sweet. So, yep. Sweet. So, obviously I'm behind. Counterattack. That's when I scanned and saw the Roach Warren. And I'm just assuming, if I see that he's going with a Roach-based composition, I'm assuming he's going Burrowed Infester. Alright, now I see that he's just, because he had units just sitting here. He didn't spot me until I was here. He already had units sitting here. So he was just waiting for the drop play. And pretty soon now he throws down tons and tons of static defense, which is good. That's the best way to play this style because you're so vulnerable to drops. Yeah. Alright, well, this means no more drops for the rest of the game. He has 13 Spore Crawlers. Alright. So, I'm just going to point this out right here. Alright, hold on. I want you to have a look at your unit production throughout the game. Okay. Alright, so I'll just keep this up right now. Okay, fair enough. I didn't notice in-game that my bank spiked or anything, but, you know, I obviously I could be totally wrong about that. Like, this is a problem. I see that right now. Queuing up too many Marauders. Only have 2 Tech Lab Barracks at the moment. These, I believe these just finished, so obviously the add-ons need to come down. Alright, I just want to point this out, because this is important. Once the Zerg gets to this point, I lose, like, 99 games out of 100. The Roach Ravager and Burrowed Infester is already really, really hard. Yeah, this Zerg, like, he was good. Like, he played smartly. A lot of Zergs skip. At least the Zergs that I play, they skip on the static defense. So I can get some drops in. But, like, this guy, you know, he just did everything textbook. Didn't try to cut any corners. But yeah, like, this already is really tough for me. The Roach Ravager Infester. But when you get freaking Broodlords, Ultralisks, Corruptors, I have no clue how to deal with it. None. I don't have the faintest idea on what to do. Yeah, he did a good job. The best part of it, like I said, is that he has freaking 4,300 something MMR. So my MMR just got dumped completely. But whatever. Yeah, this is when I come around and find out that he has a lot of static defense. His creep spread was really good too. Alright, we're going to go back and check my unit count around the time of the drop. You know, like, I can definitely admit that... Alright, let's check this right now. Okay. So I've got 10 Marines right now. That's after I lost a bunch. Let's look prior to losing. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I'm not going to take away anything from this guy. Because he played well. And as much as I hate Burrowed Fungal, I don't mind Burrowed Infestors. I think Burrowed Neural and Infested Terrans are fine. That's cool, but Burrowed Fungal, I absolutely hate it. I think it's one of the worst additions to the game. But anyway. Alright, so this is prior to losing anything, so let's check right now. So at the moment, I am not producing any bio. We're at 20 Marines, 2 medevacs. Let's just take a look at the units, the production tab. Alright, let's see here. Spending is going up a bit. When I pull back, okay, no. This is not good. Alright, so late on the production here. There's probably about, what, 15 seconds where I'm not producing any units. Okay, just getting my upgrades now. A little late on my gas. Okay, obviously things are going to go downhill from this point, but already that's definitely a good spot. Getting an add-on here. Alright, this spending is high, but I'm getting my third command center, of course, so... There we go. Okay, just didn't have the resources there, but it was during the attack that it slipped. It noticeably slipped. Yeah, this is really good. Okay, spending is starting to get up there a little bit. But, okay, so I'm not producing off of the... Alright, there we go, starport, but a little bit late, so it's not constant. Still not producing Widow Mines just yet. Turns out they weren't going to do anything for me anyway in this game, but... Okay, that's when I scouted the Roach Warren, so I'm going for my tanks. Low on minerals here, so not able to produce just yet. Okay, I've got the minerals now, so I should be producing. Why am I not producing 2 at a time? I don't know. Okay. Alright, I need to be much more mindful of this. Okay, so that's something we can work on. If we didn't lose all those Marines, we're at even supply. And when combat shields is done, we can trade. Alright, that's excellent advice. Excellent advice. And I like that because it makes me feel as though, you know, I don't feel helpless. There's something very clear that I can improve upon here and implement in the next game. Now, granted, I'm not used to going against a mass queen defense like that with literally 0 Zerglings. I can't remember... I don't know. If I've gone against it, I can't remember it. So that definitely took me by surprise. And I apparently underestimated the queens for one thing, and as we're pointing out here, I was not constantly producing units. So 2 mistakes there, underestimating the queen and not constantly producing units. Don't focus down units, just a move. Okay, and don't focus fire with more than 5 units unless you need to kill it. Okay, so I guess that would be something like an Ultralisk or something. And that makes sense, because then I would be doing overkill. So yeah, that makes sense. Whoops, that's not what I want. Alright, cool. Alright, trying to clear up some creep. Actually cleared quite a bit there, so that's not bad, but when you have 35 queens, tends to come back pretty quickly. Worker count is okay. 2 medevac and 16 marines is designed to do what? It's designed to trade against lings and only lings. I guess clear a creep tumor if I can, but not if queens are nearby, because I should not be risking the marines at all. Okay, 5 bases now for my opponent, and he's banking already, so that's the point where I know I'm screwed, honestly, if I'm being honest. I did already scan this spire, by the way. Oh, no, I did not. It should be any second now. I know I scanned the spire. Okay, there it is, right there. And we stim and win. That's right. Okay, when combat shields are done and more marines and medevacs come. Okay, also, I'm gonna, I'll be honest here, too. I'm going to go back to just doing the 2 racks variation. That's just going to be a little, just because it's more comfortable and familiar to me. Alright, yeah, Broodlords, or I should say Great Aspire about to complete. Corruptors coming out. Yeah, I don't, like, what... Can I do anything against this? What am I don't know. What am I supposed to do against all of these... Like, I'm scanning ahead here to kill creep, but I'm also trying to make sure that I don't get caught by infestors running out and fungling me. So, like, I don't know. What can I do? I have no clue. And like the more I think about it, honestly, the more frustrated I get because I'm still not coming up with any answers. I just have no idea. If he does not get good fungals, he loses. That's true, but so like prior to burrowed fungal, I would be totally fine with that. But I feel like it's almost impossible to whiff the fungals when you're burrowed. It's just so freaking easy. So all right, zoning out with tank lib. All right, so that's what I tried to do. Not effectively, of course. Once the broodlords came in, I was in trouble. All right, so yeah, he's kind of waiting for my scan to end. All right, I scan again, but it's like this is kind of what I'm talking about. Actually, I made a post on the Battle.net forums. It's like I know he has infestors. I know he has burrow. And I scan, and I'm trying to put my bio forward to pick them off, but a smart Zerg is just going to keep running out of scan range, and he's not going to engage during the scan. So, I don't know. But, alright, so zone with the tanks and the liberators. Of course, I see the broodlords now. Wow, I hit one. That's crazy. Right here, you need to hit 2 places. You are right about that. The problem I ran into, I tried to do it later, like much later, too late, as a matter of fact. I dropped, I think it was here, and then tried to send in some forces here. But his creep spread's really good, so that was the problem I ran into. But yeah, I agree. But also, I'm finding out obviously about the broodlords right now, but I did not know that Greater Spire. Yeah, yeah, no worries, man, no worries. No need to apologize, but because you're actually right. My 4th is late because he canceled it here. So yeah, he canceled it. It was probably a couple of minutes ago, but I got this one down and I'm about to float it over. Upgrades, I think I'm on. Yeah, okay, I was just going to say my 3-3 is completed and I'm ahead in upgrades. Yeah, he's on 2-2. He's getting +3 carapace, but he never gets the missile attack because, of course, he ends up going into Ultralisks as well. But, so like I was saying, though, the problem is, so I engaged. I'm trying to force a main engagement, and by the way, I decided to do this when I scanned and I saw the Spire, and I saw Hive. So I did not see the Greater Spire morphing, but basically as soon as I saw that, I decided to push because I wanted to try to end the game before Broodlords. As we can see here, though, the Broodlords are morphing in now as I hit. So yeah, like normally, I would not try to force a main engagement here. Also, so I know you didn't see this, but I actually, so I did do that in this game. With the, I recognized it was roaches when I scanned. So he defended the 2-1-1 with, he defended the 2-1-1 with Mass Queen. He had 6 queens. I had, I think 15 Marines with the drop. I didn't have 16. I had 15 Marines, 2 medevacs. He had 6 queens, no Zerglings actually. And then he added in, I think it was like a wave of 10 Zerglings. So I pushed his queens back. I pulled back off a creep. And then when I went back in, he had the queens, the 6 queens still. And then he had some Zerglings. But, so I did go for that. But, yeah, no, I'm sorry. Like I'm trying to address everything you said. I'm Master 3 on EU. I'm Diamond 1 right now here on freaking NA, but I'm Master 3 on EU. I'm usually Master 3 on NA. I just had a really bad day and tanked my MMR here early in the season, and I'm climbing back up now. But so I'm trying to address the things that you're saying here. Obviously, there's a lot to address. But so I did try. I think you missed it. I think you came. It was probably around the 8-minute mark. I did try to drop, but he had units here waiting for a drop, and I was coming in this way to drop. Anyway, I dropped in here, didn't get anything done, flew away, and right after that drop, he immediately threw down 13 spore crawlers. Yeah. And after that point, I did not try to drop once because he has 13 spore crawlers. Ever tried the Hyperflight Rotors build? I have not. And I'm not going to lie, I definitely do feel pressure to end the game quickly. Yeah, well, again, so like I said, we'll just watch this fight, whatever. But again, my thinking in coming in here for the attack was I scanned a hive and a spire. I knew I was already behind, so I wanted to try to hit his bases, to take out the Roach Ravager. I knew my 3-3 was finishing. I knew I'd have superior upgrades. I was trying to do damage before he went to Greater Spire. I was hoping to keep him on his side of the map while I tried to transition to Vikings. But he apparently got his Greater Spire as soon as his Spire finished. So yeah, there's no freaking way in this game though that I could have had go in this particular game. I could not have had ghosts here. I tried to add ghosts later, but I mean, like, as we can see, I'm on low econ, and I was on low econ prior to that engagement. Yeah. So, like, you know, like I said, generally, with a bunch of clumped infestors and high energy queens, then yeah, I agree. Like, if I have time to prepare for getting ghosts out, I agree. But in this game, it wasn't even an option, as we can see here. And yeah, by the way, so once the Broodlords are out, though, I don't think the ghosts can get in there. Prior to the Broodlords, I think they can. If you had 7 to 8 libs. By the way, I do end up getting a bunch of Liberators. You'll see that shortly. But I keep the problem is, and you know, I don't know what to do against it. I say this all the time. I've said it on the battle.net forums. I want to make it clear that I don't think like infestors or fungal or broken. I've said I don't care. You can remove the pathogen glands, upgrade, absorb it into the infestor, give them more starting energy. I don't care. Buff them in that way, but the burrowed fungal I think is just awful design. It drives me crazy. I think it. I was just saying before you came in, I think it's one of the worst things to ever make it into the game. I have no idea why they did it. But you'll see here shortly, I get a ton of Liberators out. I actually, like, I enjoy playing TvZ. It's still my favorite matchup to play. It's the most fun. But yeah, so obviously I'm trying to get out my Vikings and my Liberators. And obviously I've known for quite a while now that he has burrowed infestors. So like, I was trying to kind of play the slow game, trying to get some missile turrets out here to detect the infestors if he wants to try to come in. And I kept trying to scan and move forward, but air upgrades, I know I actually don't remember what I was on at the end. I got, I'm pretty sure I got +1 attack. I could be wrong about that. I don't think I got more than that. As far as his air upgrades go, he's on +1 attack right now. But also keep in mind, this is a late air transition for me because I had that failed attack here. So like, as we can see, I'm just finishing up. I think these add-ons just came down. But yeah, alright, so there's the +1 attack right now. Alright, yeah, Richie, I think you're right. That's what I'm going to go for. Eric, you're doing well. Thank you. It's hard at this point for both players to engage offensively and come out with. So, Cloud, like, I agree, but at the same time, like I said, I agree, because I know if the Zerg player separates his Broodlords from his Corruptors for like 10 seconds, I can jump on that with my Vikings. And if I can take them down, then he's in big trouble. So I do know that Zerg has to be careful in moving forward. And by the way, I want to point out this guy did a great job with these constant run-bys. He kept hitting me with this, and I was really reluctant to spare any army away from the front line. So I do want to point that out. The guy did a great job of that. But so I do know that it can be tricky for the Zerg to engage in, but at the same time, I feel like, so obviously he has Broodlords, and I don't think Broodlords are overpowered by any means. They're totally fine. But, Broodlings are so-called free units, so I think as long as he can just get some shots off and back away, or ideally, if he can, move forward, shoot some Broodlings onto my tanks, and try to bait me into a fungal, I think he has a clear path forward. Whereas, like, with me, or with Terran, I should say, I don't know. At my level anyway, I'm really not sure what my path forward is from this position. I was saying it throughout the whole game too. Yeah, the run-bys were really good. 1 second. If you take the other 2 bases to the bottom of your base, he has only 2 chokes. Wait, let me see what you're saying. If I take the other 2 bases to the bottom of my base, you mean if I take this one and this one? Okay, yeah, then you'd have to engage here. I'm assuming that's what you mean. Yeah, this is more wide open. Again, like, I don't know. I think it's kind of a case of hindsight is 2020, because I specifically took this base because I went for a pressure build. Like, I know some pros, a lot of pros actually take this base. So I'm not saying I'm a pro, but like I do know a lot of pros take this one specifically when they're being aggressive, so they're rallying past it. That's why I took it. Honestly, half of the time I take this as my third. This game I didn't, but so once I took this one as my third, I took this one. But yeah, you are right. It would be easier to defend this location. Just like I said, once I expanded here as my third, I felt that I could expand up here. Concave is better for bio. Convex is better for mech. Yeah, you didn't really lose because you're bad or anything skill-wise. You could wall that flank off. Yeah, that is a really good point. Especially right now when I do have a mineral bank. Kind of sucks to spend a lot on supply depots, but hey, if it's taken out my mineral line every single time, then yeah, I've got to get on that. So that is a good point. At this point, I should secure this, throw down like a sensor tower here, and be aware of the run-bys. So pretty soon, we're just going to fast forward. Pretty soon I get the Ghost Academy, and I was hoping to try to start nuking, or at least just like to zone with the nukes. All right, by the way, this is exactly what I was talking about. Just getting off shots with the Broodlings, getting a pick off, and then bait me into the fungal, which I called during the game itself. Not that that makes me feel any better, but I knew it was coming. Alright, okay. But, yeah, like, it is hard to remain focused. Like I said, alright, so I think we've seen enough there. I definitely have some things I need to work on.